Hello and welcome to video number 24 of Embolden's video tutorial project. In this video we're going to talk about something that's been quite a challenge for a lot of people for a lot of time on the web, and that is how to copy content from Microsoft Word into your website. Most of us tend to use Word for everything. That's our daily sort of writing platform. And most organizations tend to write everything in Word, email Word docs around to each other, people make revisions, suggestions, whatever, but that's where all of your composition is done. And then for most users, once that's all done, you just want to be able to copy the stuff and paste it into Word. We have a hyperbolic example of Word with lots of crazy formatting that you would not want to copy over, just to make it really obvious what's happening. You know, big, ugly fonts, different size text, different colors, that sort of thing. But also some text you would want to carry over, you know, bold, italic, underline, some basic formatting, bulleted and numbered lists, some links, things like that. What tends to happen is Microsoft thinks it's being helpful, and when you copy things from Word into something else, it copies over all the formatting. And it's not just the formatting, like the typeface and whatever, which in itself is problematic because you have this beautiful website that you paid a lot of money to design and build, and everything should be consistent and look great. And then all of a sudden on your website, you have pages where half the text is one typeface and then one paragraph is, you know, Times New Roman 12 point because you copied it in from Word and you didn't notice that the font was different, or you noticed and couldn't figure out how to fix it. Or half your pages are in, say, Arial, and the other half are in Times, and, you know, or maybe there's a handful in there that are in some total other typeface. On top of that, the code that makes this formatting happen that you can't see when that gets copied over, we've seen cases so extreme, and this is fairly rare, but we've seen it totally break the layout of the page. We've seen it actually break the editor to the point where you can no longer go into the editor to edit anything to try to fix these problems. And then we have to go in through the database to try to clean up all the formatting from the text. So, what is the solution? You have probably been told in the past, if you've run into these problems, that what you need to do is copy from Word into Notepad, and then from Notepad into your editor. And this will, when you copy into Notepad, it strips all the formatting out and it becomes just a plain text document. And then you copy it into your editor, and then you can reformat everything. This is not an ideal solution for several reasons. Obviously, some formatting you want to keep: bold, italic, underline, bulleted and numbered list, link, etc., etc. So to have to redo that every time is not optimal. Also, when you copy over as plain text, it tends to copy in as one undifferentiated blob of text, basically one giant paragraph with a bunch of returns in the middle of it, rather than as separate paragraphs and actual bulleted and numbered list items. This causes huge headaches when you try to do further formatting. For example, you try to make a headline and it will make your whole page be a headline, or you try to separate things into paragraphs and it doesn't work right, or you try to create a bulleted list and all of a sudden all the text in your site is a bulleted list. So the ideal solution is to use in DNN an option called Paste from Word Strip Font. So if you notice up here, there's two paste icons. There's kind of regular paste, and there's paste with a down arrow, which is the paste options section. So if we look in here, there's a Paste from Word Strip Font option, and if we use that, it should work well. So I'm going to copy this, and first I'm just going to try regular paste from Word. If we actually just tried regular paste, it would ask us, we would see a pop-up come up that says, it looks like you're trying to copy text from Word, do you want us to clean it? And you'd think, hey, that's great, it's going to clean it up. And what it does is it does this paste from Word function. And we do that, first it always asks, do you want to access the clipboard? It's protecting you from attacks. We can see, yes, it keeps the formatting we want, but it doesn't do a very good job of getting rid of the formatting we don't want. So I'm going to undo that. So that was paste from Word. If I use paste from Word strip font, what we can see here is it has stripped out all the bad formatting. It has kept the formatting we want, the bold, the italic, underline, the link, and the bulleted and numbered list. And the only formatting I need to do is, because I typed this in Word, I put two spaces between the paragraph, So there's a little extra space there. I delete and sort of re-space. Sometimes bulleted and numbered lists look a little funny, like the bullets are there, but the spacing just seems weird. So oftentimes I'll go in and highlight, and I will unbullet and rebullet, and that, you know, fixes the spacing and makes it look more like the native bulleting function if I had just created it in the system to begin with. But otherwise, paste from Word, strip font. Knowing that alone will probably save you more headaches than almost anything else you can learn from this entire series of video tutorials, is just remembering to use paste from Word, strip font. If you are in an older version of the RAD editor, you might not have this option. If that is the case, we highly recommend that you upgrade your editor, which we can do for you. It only takes a couple hours. And if you are in the newest version, if you are on the newest version of DNN, which we're just starting to roll out, it will actually do this for you automatically. It will do the paste from Word strip font automatically when you copy over from Word. It's a great headache saver and time saver. So that's it. The last video we're going to do as far as this editing system, we're just going to talk about once you've added all your content, what do you do to save, and what are your options there. And then we're going to move on to some more DNN functions outside of this editing interface.